Ah yes, another SNES Mario ROM hack by the great Gamma Prime, at this point still going by her previous username Gamma V, this time being Super Mario Bros. The early years. It's very reminiscent of the original Super Mario Bros., but this time it features Mario and the rest of the characters when they're just preteens. And yes, you're seeing that correctly, Mario has no mustache in this game, unlike a true New York Italian teenager who already has a beard by age 11. Seems sacrilegious to not have the stache, I know, but luckily this game is such a solid and simple Mario 2D platformer that I was able to quickly forgive such a travesty. Let's dive into the early years and see what this game has in store. Alright, it's Gamma Prime, so you know that it's going to be a solid game with great level design that feels like Nintendo developers themselves crafted it. Hacked on top of Super Mario World, the game feels a lot like a fun amalgamation of the best aspects of Mario Bros. 1, 3, and World. And yes, it has its uniquer elements for sure, beyond its setup of being a play on the early years game namesake, because you don't want to play the other Mario the early years. There's no need for that. But what's going on here? Well, it's Bowser's 12th birthday, so he hired Kamek to kidnap, guess who, Princess Peach. Yes indeed, don't go expecting some sort of unique or groundbreaking storyline. This is made to be as classic a Mario platformer as you can imagine, and it's all the better for it. But still, crazy to know that even at just 12 years old, Bowser was kidnapping family members of foreign monarchies. Though he's been up to no good since he was a literal infant, so maybe this isn't exactly all that out of the ordinary. In the same regard as the story, the difficulty too is also pretty much identical to an official release Mario 2D title, with a gradual but fair increase of challenge as the game progresses through its total 9 worlds. The worlds are themed as well fairly traditionally, but all the while with custom sprites and backgrounds that breathe new life into each level. The game feels just right, even with original enemy sprites and a defacial hairized Mario 3 character model. Defacial hairized, yeah, that's a word. Yeah, you know what, whatever, that's a word. Sure, there's some screen blindness that you may notice when Mario scrolls from left to right too fast, but it's very manageable. And the game is so easy and pleasant that it's hard to complain. There's a total of 40 playable levels and some of them are harder than others, but overall the game is simply a breeze to play through and to finish in its entirety, secret final world and all. Collect those green stars that you find, now filling the role of dragon coins and star coins from the new series, wherein which you can use them to find secret levels. It would have been nice to see how many green stars per level you were missing, but hey, they aren't hard to find, so again, it's very manageable. The overworld map is very reminiscent of later Mario 2D platformers, and is, surprising to no one at all, also completely original for this game. The ROM hack overall is just gorgeous, but this is what we've come to expect from Gamma and her wonderful work. Seriously, the game is full of charming, unique, yet still familiar artwork. Level 4-2 has this awesome design featuring bees coming in and out of their hives, feeling very reminiscent of Super Mario Galaxy's bee-themed levels. Level 7-1 has this delightful balloon mechanic to make for a nice break from the traditional running and jumping. And man, level 7-3's Rainbow Road is just top-notch stuff, like how cool is this? The bosses are also completely custom and may take some figuring out at first, but none present a challenge too difficult to overcome. Well, actually there are some tough bosses, especially nearing the end of the game, but if you push through and stay vigilant, it's not an impossible task to complete by any means. You'll quickly find yourself bopping along to custom music, refitted to the SNES Mario World and All-Stars sound font. Much of this soundtrack sounds completely original, or maybe I'm just imagining it, as I can't identify many of the tracks. really have to acknowledge how cool it is to have these ROM hacks as a fan who just wants more 2D SNES Mario without it being an insane difficulty hack. Gamma Prime puts so much work into these hacks, and you can really tell that there's a deep appreciation for the Super Mario franchise here that is second to none. To be able to consistently create hacks that feel like they came fresh out of the official Nintendo developer oven is just astounding. And we as fans are lucky to have titles like this. You want more 2D Mario? It's here. It's clean, efficient, and good solid fun. There's some community criticism for the game out there, but in my opinion, it's kind of silly to be harsh on fan projects like these. But honestly, perhaps that just goes to show how good a standard Gamma Prime and other top quality Mario World ROM hackers have set with their continuous releases of solid games. You should play Super Mario Bros. The early years sooner rather than later, because boy does time fly, and soon you'll suddenly have a mustache and ask yourself, why didn't I make more time back then to play the early years? Play in the early years? Or just play Super Mario Bros. The early years? Dang, how do I end this? I gotta age gracefully? This game doesn't get old? Rain check on this one, guys, but yeah, just play the game.